I'm Kevin Shaw, Editor-in-Chief of Mopar Connection Magazine, and today we're fixing our leaky, cross-eyed exhaust on the Brazen Charger.
Hey guys, real quick, we got a whole mess of new Mopar Connection Magazine T-shirts for sale. They're up here at the Mopar Connection store. We're going to put the link up in the corner, and we have some really cool designs. The first one is my favorite, and this is called the Order of the Big Block. And as you can see, you're getting the full rotation of the big block firing order right here on your back. And in case you forget, you can have your buddy turn around and you can set your firing order the right way and not mess up. Second, we've got the What Does Mopar Mean to You? And it's a whole script of different definitions that have been some of the most popular ones that we've seen over the years. It's not all of them, but it's a snapshot of some of the best ones. So show your loyalty to Mopar by wearing it loud and proud. Grab yours at the store today. We'll put the link up in the corner.
Today we ran up to Way Muffler in Gallatin, Tennessee to take a whack at fixing the exhaust on our 1969 Dodge Charger RT that we call Brazen. Way is no stranger to classic muscle cars and constantly has a rotation of vintage iron, whether it's sitting on the lifts or waiting for a spot out on the tarmac. Classic car owners, restoration shops, and even a few classic car dealerships have come to rely upon Way Muffler to get their exhaust dialed in. Every time you drive by, there seems to be something new waiting to get its exhaust dialed in, waiting in the parking lot. We were thankful for Way to make some time for us this morning, as we knew the waiting list could get pretty long. The owner, Sean Fennell, has a bit of a collection himself, but that isn't why we were here today. A few years ago, when we took the Brazen Charger down to Texas for painless wiring to rewire it after installing the gear vendor overdrive, we also upgraded to a beefy 3-inch X-pipe midsection from Summit Racing. While the upgrade radically improved our exhaust flow over the previous H-pipe and cleaned up our exhaust note, we did manage to tweak the exhaust behind the crossover, leaving them a bit wonky looking. The polished tips jut out several inches past the lower valence, with neither pointing out straight, one far worse than the other. Since we're taking the Brazen Charger on power tour this year, we couldn't stand the idea of going out all week with goofy looking exhaust. Thankfully, Way Muffler was happy to put the Charger up on the rack and correct our cattywampus exhaust and chase down a small patch of pipe that was contacting the axle tube when we were at full extension. We've been running the polished Doug's headers, those are 2-inch pipes with a 3.5-inch collector, into 3-inch pipe all the way to the very end since pretty much ever. We did try running a cutoff tube before the differential, but boy, it was just way too noisy. So we've opted for full exhaust pretty much ever since getting the car up and running in the magazine. They began by cutting both polished tips off with the Sawzall. Then they trimmed and sectioned the rear pipe, bringing it closer to the floor and away from the Dana 60. This also meant cutting off and relocating the rearmost hanger, which came together surprisingly quick.
The way I had to roll that pipe to get it off the shop and everything under there, kind of kicked that pipe like that.
Oh, really?
Cut it, so I can bring the tip around.
Gotcha. Well, he brought the lift all the way up. Oh, yeah. With the passenger side pipe safely away from the rear end and hung tighter to the floors, the polished tip was welded on, tacked in place for initial measurements, and then final beaded to the 3-inch pipe. The driver's side didn't need nearly as much attention, only a small pie cut at the muffler, allowing the pipe to be adjusted more centrally. With the rear pipe now parallel to the frame rails, the tip was realigned and new hangers were fabricated. Needless to say, the Charger drew the attention of almost all the technicians working this morning, so everyone was able to take a good look at the car and confirm that the tips were looking straight and tucked up nicely. Although much larger than factory, our polished exhaust tips looked the part of what would have come on a factory 1969 Charger, and we were happy to have them sucked in a lot closer to the lower valence than before. We've got just a few more adjustments and improvements pending for the Brazen Charger before Power Tour this June, so definitely stay tuned for more updates. I'm Kevin Shaw, and you've been watching Mopar Connection Magazine. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it with your friends. It'll definitely help us grow the channel. And if you haven't done it already, why not hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you want more awesome Mopar content, please visit us over at www.moparconnectionmagazine.com, where new articles are written and published every day, Monday through Friday, entirely subscription free to you. We'll see you there.